There you go, guys. All right, guys, you just missed treats. Like everybody wants to leave now. Because I thought I could do two things at once, which would be address you guys and give treats at the same time. Let's just say I failed miserably. Or you guys failed miserably. But anyway, so you got these guys here. I just wanted to bring you a quick state of the island. First off, tell you everything's right as rain on the island. Only a couple things we got, let me do a little bit of backstory into this. The neat thing about the way we feed our dogs here, obviously Happy Hal is awesome, but by feeding them individually every day, their portions are measured out. We are able to tell ahead of time if something could be possibly wrong or if they're just having an off day. Meaning that if we have a dog that doesn't eat for a day or one meal, we can tell. We go, okay, we're going to keep an eye on them. If they only eat once a day and it's in the morning and they didn't decide to eat, we can bring them in the evening to see. So we're able to do this and fine tune it. And in most cases, like Buck, the other day, he wasn't feeling it. We are all hypochondriacs here. Buck's not eating. He didn't eat that morning. He didn't eat that night. Next morning, he wanted it, but he didn't eat it. By nighttime, he had a couple bites. Now, yesterday morning, he ate his whole food, so he's back to normal again. So even though we're hypochondriacs, it's really cool that we can monitor this. The reason I'm telling you this is, like I said, everybody's really healthy right now, knock on wood. But we have a couple. Major's looking a little thin, and it's because he chooses to eat, or chooses not to eat. Today he didn't, or this day he won't eat, this day he won't eat. And you can't force him to eat. And I've been watching him, and this is the neat part about it, watching him in his cubby when he's eating, and we're also having a little similar situation with Waffles, a little different though. He actually eats, but I'll explain that in a second. And I'm just noticing, it's like, okay, you're taking a lot longer when you do actually eat to eat the food than you used to. And now Waffles, the same thing. He's not eating his whole amount, which I've always thought we've been giving him a little much, and he is a tiny bit thick, but just recently, in the last few weeks, it's taking him a lot longer to eat. He's picking at it more. He's starting to leave a little bit on the plate. Now, when that goes on for a period of time, you start to wonder, okay, do we need to get him into the doctor? What's going on with this? And I think I've determined, by opening both of their mouths, I think they might have a dental issue, which I think this is really cool because you can so easily pay attention to their mannerisms and, tweak it and make sure that you can get it fixed. So both of those guys in a couple weeks have a dental appointment. Major's one of those ones that if he doesn't eat in the morning, he will eat in the evening. He's one that only eats once a day. We have numerous ones that eat twice a day, but some of them, the bigger ones, only eat once a day. Right, Dudu? Tiny, Claire, you're just all over the place. Come here, kiddo. I don't have any more treats. I mean, I could pretend, and then I'd get you all his attention. Hi, Pepper. So anyway, just wanted to thank you guys. I really am having a good morning right now. A good. I'm stopping and thinking. We've been through so much hell the last year. With the tragedy that happened last year, and then of course the events that have taken place since then, including being pretty much left to myself as far as, we have the aunts here and they're great. But Brittany and I were here 24/7 each. Having somebody like that on your, before that it was Connie, who was my best friend. And that teamwork actually really was a lot of help. Made it a little bit less strenuous. So, let's just say that over the last year, my social life has completely just disappeared. And this is going to a happy place, guys. I'm not sitting here complaining, but I want you to know, I have no life outside of this place. And I'm actually waking up each morning now, and I'm starting to say, you know what? All of it's worth it. And I'm doing that this morning because by 8:30, 9 o'clock every morning, we've got this place spotless, because the night before they are going to poop and pee downstairs in the house. Obviously, they poop and pee on the pads up here. Nobody can hold it all night long. So, there's a lot of cleaning to do. We get the laundry started, and then we'll get here in a little while, about 9:30, 10 o'clock, we get started on making the food for the morning. And morning feeding gets done about 10:30, 11. Hi, big guy. So anyway, as I'm doing it this morning, and I got my poop bags in my pocket, this is my life. As I'm running the machine, I'm thinking to myself, we are so fortunate because of you guys. Over the years, if we have asked, we have received. Now, there's been some nefarious people saying, oh, you're trying to profit off of this. Man, first off, you're stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I owned this house before. I'm not going to get too far on a rant on this. But, obviously, I owned this house for 20 years. Turned it all over to them. And all I have to do is pay the mortgage, which is a lot less than today's mortgages. Where are you going, Claire? So I really don't have anything, no credit cards or anything like that. And I'm very proud of that, all cash and carry. But anyway, The things I'm talking about is when we ask, we receive. And what I mean by that is our Amazon gift list. I got my poop bags in my pocket. I'm thinking, you know, when we ask for them, when we put them on the list and we make a notice about it, I'll get 20, 30 boxes of those in. And you know, we built across the driveway here, we built a huge detached 2-car garage with a second story on it several years ago, specifically for this. There's no cars parked in there. It's literally just store stuff neatly and organized for this place, because even back then, we asked, I think it was around Christmas time, we had this huge fundraiser for just Amazon stuff. We got like 125 cases of paper towels in. Now, obviously we've replenished a few of them since then, or they keep coming in sporadically, but we have this great storage up there. Anytime we need paper towels, the staff goes up there, they replenish them everywhere we need. Poop bags, pee pads, and you know, we put on here, we wanted certain pee pads, you know, because they're actually very, very good, and they actually hold up much better than the old ones, and they look a lot nicer. It feels like a home, even though it's a sanctuary for the dogs. So as I look around, you know, and I do get stressed, and I do say, okay, well, when's my turn? When do I get a break? When do I get a vacation? When do I get to hang out with friends, which I don't even have anymore? I don't even talk to anybody anymore. I basically turned myself into a hermit. But I'm just thankful because everything around here is running so smooth, right, guys? And the joy we get every day out of you acting silly and crazy is just awesome. And I could not have done any of this without you guys. I didn't start out to do this, and we certainly didn't start out this size. But as we grew, you guys grew with us. Your hearts are so immense and just huge. I just want to thank you. And by doing this video, you know, I am drawing attention to our food. You can check it out on my link tree. I am drawing attention to our Amazon wish list. You can check it out on our, you know, on our link tree. You know, I can draw attention to our CBD and health products. You know, I can say that, but I wouldn't have any of that. And everything that we do here truly is 100% for them. So my happiness now is actually that thanks to you guys, I can provide them with all the tools that I need, combined with the stuff that I can personally do here to make this place theirs. I can give them the best life possible, and I absolutely love that. I see it in their faces every day. The love that you guys see that they give me and I give them is basically because we have this great relationship and they're taken care of. And yeah, and it's not a chore, even though it is a chore. You guys are a big chore. But we get to meet all their individual needs. And so, you know, I said it 3 or 4 times already. I just want to thank you guys so much for any and all things that you have done for us. We couldn't have done it without you, and I'm just very grateful. I'm very grateful that, you know, because of your help and the things we've gotten, we're able to literally streamline this place as far as cleaning, as far as feeding, as far as medicine, as far as layout, as far as things that make it comfortable for the dogs, but yet practical for the dogs. It's been an amazing journey so far. Of course, we've had a lot of heartache, as you know, but you know, the happiness of it definitely, with an exception of Brittany, the happiness by far outweighs the pain and suffering. So I want to thank you guys one last time. You have a good day. Real quick, the next video I put up after this is going to be this little guy right here. I don't know how I'm going to caption it, but it's so funny because he's sitting there looking at the camera with me. You know, I'm on the bed, and he's sitting there in my crook of my shoulder, facing me. Here you go, buddy. You want to be, oh my God, Claire, are you really on your back? I wish I could bring the camera in for this. You're a trip. And he's facing the camera, and you can see me kiss him. And he's just got this look on his face, and then he looks at the camera. This goes on for like a minute, where it's just like, why are you stalking me? Leave me alone. I'm not comfortable with it. It's just so cute. So I'll figure something out clever to do it, but you gotta see the video. It's so adorable. So anyway, guys, Tiny, how's my big eye? I gotta get up, babies. I gotta get up and say goodbye. I gotta get up and say goodbye. Can I get up and say goodbye? What, Mocha? I gotta get up. I'm coming. I'm coming, babies. Thank you, guys.